This is the ultimate crypto scalping strategy, so let's get straight to it. Hey trader devs, I hope everybody's going extremely well. If you're just joining me today, welcome to the channel where we back test strategies using code. So the idea today is we're going to be back testing a strategy that I found which is the best crypto strategy for scalping, a strategy that uses the MACD and EMAs and some RSI occasionally. We're going to be taking all of those. It's on a multi-time frame, so the MACD is on a 1 minute and the actual time frame we'll be scalping on is on the 5 minute. Apparently we need to have about a 66% success rate for it to work. So I'm going to give it a go and hopefully we'll be able to use it to do a small account challenge and take it to the moon. Right, anyway, let's get straight to my computer, and if I could just take 2 seconds of your time and ask you to give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to everybody that joins me also on my Patreon and the Discord, which you can find the links below. Let's get to my computer and start coding that. You can download all of my indicators for free on a trading view. Just search for David Tech. Let's go. Right, okay, I found that this strategy on this YouTuber's site called Joel on Crypto. Very good channel, go subscribe to him as well. He does small account challenges. He uses this very often, uses the MACD and EMAs for him, so we're going to be testing that. As you can see on his screenshot, he actually uses the MACD on 1 minute and we're actually on a 5 minute time frame. So let's go over to Trading View and start building it. Okay, to do this strategy, we're going to need to add the 200 EMA. I've actually got the 9 here, we're going to change that to 200. The 200 EMA, which is going to be in red for me, and the 50 EMA, which is in green here, the 2 lines here. And then we're going to be adding the MACD, so we just literally go to indicators up here and add the MACD. And then we're going to go in here, and the things that we're going to be changing here is we're going to actually change the indicators time frame to 1 minute. And that's the only thing that we're actually going to change, except for we're going to be removing the MACD and the signal lines. We just need the histogram. Okay, the idea is what happens here is we are looking for pullbacks in the MACD when we're looking for a long. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is the EMAs. When the EMAs, the green is over the red, we're looking for a long, and when the red is over the green, we're looking for a short position. So here in this area here, we'll be looking for longs, and we're actually looking for pullbacks in the MACD. So we're looking for a larger stick candle here over the average, so we'd be going here. And if I go and click on a long position here, we'd go for here, and we would add a position in here as we're in the red, because we want to be in the red because we're looking for the pullback as it's going in an uptrend. So we would actually have a 0.7, I believe it was, or maybe 6, 0.7 let's say, and a 0.7 1-to-1 ratio. There you go. So that would have that would have been a winner. Okay, so that's how we actually find a long position. Okay, when we're looking for a short position, we need to click here and press short. And then we need to go over to where we've got a crossover with the red above the green here. We're looking for a big green candle, so this one here. So we'd get in just here. And then we're going to put this at 0.7 and 0.7. It seems like this one would have probably been a loser. Yes, it would have been a loss, but that's how the strategy works. Now for this to work, like I said, we need a 60 plus win rate. The guy actually uses a website called winrate.io, which we'll have a look at in a minute. Right, so what I need to do is go and get all of the code like normal here. I'm going to copy and paste all of the code out of all of these indicators into my indicator. So we're going to copy and paste the MACD and the 2 EMAs. We also could add the RSI because he uses it occasionally, which I will show you as we go along. Right, I'm going to do that. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to fast forward and then we'll review the code together afterwards. Okay, here we are on my code. Let's have a look at what I've done. Okay, the EMAs are as normal. We've got a green and red EMA here in the code. We've just plotted them, so that's pretty simple. You can change the EMAs thanks to the settings panel. Right, okay, then we go down and we got the MACD here. The only thing that I actually changed on the MACD MACD was we actually used the security function because we can't have a drop down like in the default functions for TradingView. So I used the security function and added a drop down so that you can choose default of 1. That should be 1 there. Okay, so that is the time frame of the MACD. So like I said, I used the security. I also added the RSI because sometimes it uses the RSI and the oversold and overbought. The last thing that I did was added a higher than average and lower than average area for the MACD. So it's as if we put a virtual line here. Let's say, for instance, draw a line here at minus 180. And any candle that's below 1.80 is considered as a oversold as such. So that would be a candle that would be interesting for our indicator and would be where we'd get in. Okay, as you can see just here. Okay, so I'll go down, RSI as I said earlier, and then I'll keep going down, and as you can see it's our normal old stuff, which is just for the dashboard over here. Okay, let's have a look at how that strategy's done. Right, if I go to the strategy tester here, we've actually got quite a good win rate of 63% on 200 trades, so that's actually quite good, giving us a net profit of 29.12%. So I've actually used the winrate.io website to simulate that, but let's have a look very quickly at some of the entries to make sure everything's working fine. So as the price is over the close, so the close is actually above the line here, we have an entry here, and as you can see, this is on an unusually big candle, so that's perfect. And then we have here another big candle, so that would have been a good entry as well. And here we had another one which was a loser, but it still was a perfect entry for the strategy. Okay, so if I also, another thing that I actually forgot would be that I've also limited the number of trades per crossover. So if you go into the inputs here, you go down, if we go here, somewhere around here, enable max trades per cross. So what the idea is because Joel said that you should maximum do 4 to 5 trades per crossover, because otherwise it starts curving down, as you can see here, before it crosses back over. So you can now cross it, you do a maximum of 5 trades, 10 trades, whatever works best for you. Okay, so as I was saying, the test gives us 200 trades, so let's give it a test on winrate.io to see what we could get on some kind of on bybit.com. Okay, so I put $1,000 as our starting. We got a 63 win rate. I also put our take profit at 0.7 and our stop loss at 0.7. 200 trades, as you can see, it was 200 trades here that we did with 30x leverage. Joel suggests 50x leverage, but I put the 30 to be a little bit more reasonable. And that's over a 2-month period, if I remember rightly. If I go to the list of trades here, we started it at the very end of June. We're now in August 2021. So let's have a look. And we could have had if I press the button there, we can see that we generally, oh, that's expired, go about $34,000 in 2 months, which is a very good win rate. Okay, one thing that I did forget to say was that I actually turned on the VWAP. That's why there's a slight green background or red background for the short positions. If you go down to here and click the cog button over there, you can get to the control panel, and then you go all the way down and you can turn the VWAP on in David Tech's control panel here. So you go to VWAP crossover, use VWAP, and when the VWAP's in the green, it will take long positions. That increased my win rate by about 2%, I believe. So let's have a very quick look at the stats here. As you can see, I had 126 wins, 75 losses, 63 win percent rate, profit of 2,800 euros if I was just spot trading. Winning long, was 102 and 99 shorts. Wins in a row, which is 10, and losses are 5, which is a very good win to loss rate, which is great. Okay, the results look pretty interesting, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small account challenge. So the idea is I'm going to take $1,000 and put it on Bybit using anything between 20 and 30x leverage, and I'm going to connect that to a bot, and I'm not going to touch it at all for a whole month. All I'm going to do is post a couple of shorts on YouTube giving you updates to see where this strategy strategy actually works. So I'll be using 1 to 3% of the portfolio for each trade, as I said, on a 20 to 30x leverage. I'll keep you updated in the shorts to tell you on YouTube, to tell you how the trades are going, to see if this strategy could be the ultimate scalping strategy in Bitcoin. Anyway guys, thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to everybody that supported me on Patreon, that you can get access to a couple of my private indicators, this being one of them. And also join me on Discord, where I'll do a couple of live sessions of coding, etc. Thanks guys, keep coding, keep safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, goodbye.